Are you running on empty? Do you feel emotionally drained? Are you constantly exhausted, even after a good night's sleep? Do you find yourself feeling numb to the suffering of others, even when you desperately want to care? If this resonates with you, you might be experiencing compassion fatigue. Unmasking the silent struggle. What is compassion fatigue? Compassion fatigue is the emotional and physical exhaustion that comes from caring for others in distress. It often affects those in helping professions, nurses, doctors, social workers, therapists. But it can impact anyone who regularly witnesses suffering, even indirectly. We live in a world saturated with news of tragedy and hardship. It's no wonder so many of us are feeling the strain. Compassion fatigue is often called the cost of caring because it arises from a place of empathy and a deep desire to help. Unfortunately, this very human response is rarely discussed openly, leading many to suffer in silence. The unexpected signs. Is your body sending you an SOS? Compassion fatigue can manifest in surprising ways. While exhaustion is a common symptom, it often goes beyond just feeling tired. You might experience difficulty concentrating, have trouble sleeping, or find yourself withdrawing from loved ones. Irritability, cynicism, and a decreased sense of personal accomplishment are also red flags. You might even start experiencing physical symptoms like headaches, digestive problems, or a weakened immune system. The domino effect from mental drain to physical pain. The impact of compassion fatigue on our well-being is significant. Untreated, it can lead to serious mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, and even post-traumatic stress disorder. The constant stress can also wreak havoc on our physical health, making us more susceptible to illness and chronic diseases. It's a vicious cycle. As our physical health deteriorates, so too does our capacity for empathy and compassion, leaving us feeling depleted and disconnected. Refueling your spirit. Practical tips to combat compassion fatigue. Overcoming compassion fatigue starts with acknowledging its presence in your life. Self-awareness is key. Once you recognize the signs, you can begin to implement strategies to heal and protect your emotional well-being. Prioritizing self-care is crucial. This includes getting enough sleep, eating nutritious food, and engaging in regular physical activity. Taking breaks throughout the day to recharge, even for a few minutes, can make a world of difference. Voices from the front lines. Real stories of compassion, fatigue, and recovery. Sarah, a nurse in a busy emergency room, knows the reality of compassion fatigue firsthand. I loved my job, she shares, but the constant exposure to suffering began to take its toll. I felt emotionally numb, and even the smallest things would set me off. It wasn't until I started experiencing panic attacks that I realized I needed to make a change. Sarah sought professional help and learned coping mechanisms to manage her stress and cultivate emotional resilience. Today, she continues to work in healthcare but prioritizes her well-being through mindfulness practices and setting healthy boundaries. Preventing burnout. Building a sustainable path to caring. Preventing compassion. Fatigue requires a proactive approach. Setting healthy boundaries between your work and personal life is essential. Learn to say no when you need to, and don't be afraid to ask for help when you're feeling overwhelmed. Cultivating a strong support network is also critical. Talking to colleagues, friends, or family members about your experiences can provide invaluable emotional support and help you feel less alone. The power of self-compassion, your secret weapon against fatigue. One of the most powerful tools in combating compassion fatigue is self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a loved one struggling with similar challenges. Remember that experiencing compassion fatigue doesn't make you weak or incapable. It simply means you're a human being who cares deeply. Embrace your vulnerability and allow yourself the grace to heal and recharge. Take charge of your well-being. You deserve to thrive. Compassion fatigue is a serious issue, but it doesn't have to control your life. By understanding the signs, prioritizing self-care, and practicing self-compassion, you can protect your emotional well-being and continue to make a difference in the world without sacrificing your own health and happiness. Remember, you are not alone. Reach out, seek support, and prioritize your well-being. You deserve to thrive.